You mentioned the word they, so and we've talked about it's domestic abuse. What sort of defines the domestic part of it?
So domestic abuse is incidents or a pattern of incidents that happen usually between partners or ex-partners. That's regardless of your sexuality or gender, but it also can be family members as well. So the family members can be abusing you as well as your partner or ex-partner.
And we've spoken about adults here, but of course, presumably children can also be involved in this as well.
Yeah, because obviously the DA Act that came in 2021, it recognises children as victims and survivors in their own rights.
So the DA Act, that would be?
DA Act, yeah. Domestic Abuse Act.
Domestic Abuse Act.
Yeah, and that basically came into place to ensure that all victim survivors had access to equal services, and it was trying to strengthen the response to domestic abuse between statutory agencies, so making sure that everyone's providing that same service.
But has that also help with funding for these services?
Yeah, yes, it has. Yeah, because obviously there's now basically a DA commissioner that's in post, and she is ensuring that their funding is obviously that it's had to be allocated to domestic abuse specifically. So that's what the domestic abuse.
So it would have been something of a postcode lottery before.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So in this area, for example, in Rugby, which is close to us, they didn't have a domestic abuse service at all. So it very much is now that you should be able to access a service regardless of where you're living.
And then just in terms of the prevalence, how common is it?
So 1 in 5 adults will experience domestic abuse in their lifetime, and that's usually 1 in 4 women and 1 in 6 men.